Testing mic. Testing mic. Is it you? Hang on, where is it? No, it's not you. It's definitely that mic. Okay, that's good. Start virtual camera does not mean literally anything. It's just something the auto tracker needs, but whatever. These are the things we need to do to make the computer behave. Anybody? No, probably ping on Discord. No. Discord, there's more resources for this old ass computer. Okay, I think we are situated. Turn on the Wavebird and sync up to the Wii. Alright. We're jumping back in. Hey there everyone, this is KT. I think I missed my intro. Longest episode before I have the intro. Yeah, we're on a streak. So, let's just jump into the grind. Soft goal tonight would be to hit 1,000. I am definitely willing to settle with like 900. I don't know how long we're gonna go tonight. I'm feeling quite a bit tired. Alright, blasting in. Who's our first victim? Double edge, super easy. It's one of those scenarios you have to double edge even though I don't want to. Also, that means that's a less HP invested Heracross, because normally when I double edge him, I always get 88 health. So that means that guy is a little bit different. Of course, it's a rest. Ments. Rest Salamence. That's just the most intelligent moveset you could have. And Ments is like annoyingly bulky anyways. Also, I'm realizing the auto tracker did not get start. What if we load you? Will it get caught up? Let's see, will it do this one once Salamence passes away? Unless he gets to live another turn. Also, same as last stream, I added more songs to the playlist, and if they are too loud, let me know. I can like feel this one's more loud. Auto tracker is working, so we just do +2. Hell yeah. Muck makes his first appearance. What kind of Battle Tower stream would it be without Muck? We want him here. Huge crit on his flamethrower. Very good, Muck. You're trying things out, trying to feel out what he's capable of. I think the fact is for Muck, he's defensively oriented, slow. He has okay attack, but just the surprise factor of Boom. That's his like one card, his one trick. You could do Substitute Focus Punch, but why would somebody want to status Muck? For starters, he's poisoned. He can't even be poisoned or toxic, so those are off the table. Burn would be nice, because now his attack is weaker. That's not bad. And Paralysis, you don't really care about paralyzing him, because he's going to be so slow. So it's really just Sleep and Freeze are Muck's concerning status. So of course, being a burn Muck is not that good. But if you're burned, like you're looking to get value out of the Muck anyways, you may as well blow up. May as well just do it. Oh no, we're still in. I fear that was a roll. I fear that was just a damage roll to KO Swampert. And we're in Earthquake the whole round. Not bad. We want Tauros. We want Tauros to just shred teams. Is what he's so good at. Of course, Sceptile. Because one has rest, I think it's never worth going into Double Edge. And if he Leech Seeds me, that's not great either, and he does seem to just die to Returns. So Returns the answer for Sceptile. Blaziken, a little different, because, again, you can knock him into Blaze Range, which is scary. And he does have a Salax set. But I'm pretty sure Latios outspeeds him no matter what. Yeah, is he going to outspeed Tauros? He does not. That's great. That's excellent. I don't remember Blaziken's speed. I know it's not good. He's in the not good speed tier. Ninetales. Not bad. Pretty rare Pokemon in the tower, to be honest. Would be killer if Ninetales was the shiny. So started in my head, like, mapping out how would I get individual targets. Or rather, which ones have troublesome, movesets. Which movesets would be actually difficult to defuse and make sure that I die to. And there's two apparent problems. One is that I have Intimidate on this team, and the other is that I have Pressure. So, like, as an example, the Gardevoir set that has Shadow Ball and Will-O-Wisp. That would be a pretty tough one, because I would need to get Will-O-Wisp and keep switching around. And if I'm in with Tauros, I can accidentally eat Shadow Balls that the rest of the team would need. That's the huge benefit of only needing to swap two guys. Of course we're frozen. Tauros gets frozen every stream. As opposed to having a third, because I've been thinking a lot about having a damp user. I've raised a Quag that is decent. It's okay. And I will probably do a practiced attempt. I don't know if I want to stream with it, because I feel like the team might also just crash and burn and just be the Tauros Zapdos show. Because that's feasibly the only member I could cut, is that Latios, he is still so good. Latios is really, really helpful. He outspeeds a whole lot and can get easy KOs. Dragon coverage is great. And Latios has the gimmick of Memento, which I think is kind of special for this hunt. So, like, very intentionally lose to catch a Pokemon. It's very tricky how to actually go about this the most efficiently. Because I think speed is a big benefit. Just shredding dozens and dozens of teams, you're more likely, you're going to see more Pokemon. That's just how it is. You're seeing more, you're getting in and out of battles faster. So this speed is nice. And I wonder if the the consistency of having a damp user, or maybe even just a slower team in general that's still more likely to win. And the benefit is that you always get to keep the shiny. But even then, I think there's still stuff that can go wrong. Like, if it's slot 1, it doesn't matter. No amount of preparation prevents slot 1 from being uncatchable. So this is always a hunt you can phase. You can hit phase and you can fail. Like, well, you know, you could do that to every hunt. I like to prepare. I like to prepare a lot when I shiny hunt stuff. I usually get a smear goal with some specific move set for what we're trying to do, and have like a contingency for every potential Pokemon on the route, just in case. So this hunt feels like I'm not as prepared, but I am going to be seeing encounters super fast. So this could just be the phase 1 arc where I learn encounters, because like I started this a week ago and we're getting close to 1K. It's definitely slow, but I think if I was grinding it more consistently, like more frequently, and not streaming it, it wouldn't be that hard to get. Whoops, a lot more. It's interesting. It's a cool hunt. I think more people would like it if they try it. Even just to steal Pokemon is fun. You get to steal a top tier, top IV Pokemon, a top tier, top IV, you know, a Pokemon that is at least good. You know, we're not really getting Wurmples. Even Linoon and Mightyena, they're absent. As you've seen, it's been like a lot of starters, and starters are really kick-ass Pokemon, even if they're all not the best. It's still cool to have one trained to level 100. They have fun sets they can use in the frontier, even the bad ones. I'm not sure how much Meganium is contributing to the frontier. Is this another triple starter? No. Pursuit? Oh. I want to see Pursuit go off. I want to see him use Pursuit when I actually switch out. Well, the attack raise is just mean. That does so much damage. That's a lot. That's a very strong Metagross. Yeah, there it is. There, he's trying to Pursuit me. Lands Pursuit, gets the attack raise. Classic. Wait a minute. Got careful Mash and B there. No, I'm not going to retire. I want to see another trainer. So one time I was asking Amaryllis how RNG in this works. And what I came away with, which could be incorrect, is that as soon as you press start, you enter, the game decides every single trainer that you're going to fight in the set of 7. And I think the only thing that might ever differ is between rounds, the Pokemon they selected. So I guess like maybe when you finish battling this battle girl, and the game sits there until you press a button and then she walks away. So maybe the frame that you do that dictates which team they pick. Oh, of course. Of course it's Dusclops. Maybe that's relevant. I don't really understand how it works. Because if it generates all of the trainers, then that means that there's guaranteed certain Pokemon would be absent. Not sure why you keep going for Earthquake, Dusclops, but fine by me. That does a ton. Maybe this is an attack Dusclops, or maybe Dusclops runs attack, because Game Freak had no idea what they were doing. First down. I wonder if this will be our first ghost stream. Stream where I get away with being here for a little bit, broadcasting where anyone could see, and I get away with it. There was Decepticon, yeah, hey. Hope he's still here. Hope he's still gaming, but you know what I mean. The hidden stream. Another Sceptile lead. A lot of Sceptiles today. Awesome to see the superpower animation. That's not an animation you get to see in Gen 3 very much, because hardly any Pokemon get the move, and you know, it's cool. It's a cool idea. I just don't understand why it needs to lower defense. Like, why does it lower your attack and your defense? Like, it's an opposite curse. I probably should Calm Mind this turn. What am I doing? Okay, all good. What maybe Quagsire would be better for is a team dedicated to capturing. But that's like the same though. This is the same thing. It's just that this team is super aggressive. So, I mean, it feels like there's probably a team where Quag does fit, but you're just going to be so much slower. Like, every fight is going to take a lot longer. But it would be more consistent. It would more consistently get through everything. Whereas if this team, if I get crit twice, it's just over. But I suppose that's always true. Luck going off too much. Too much luck happening, and, you know, you can lose. You can be at +6 and get critted. Doesn't matter. Same deal with Latios. If I lock into Double Edge, I think there's a role where I KO one of them, but it's just never worth it, because if it has Recover, I'm just taking a big chunk for no reason. Like that, see? So now I'd be losing even more health. I'd probably be in yellow. Nice crit. Good job, Tauros. No Ments. Quag would be good for Ments. Ments runs, Crunch. That probably doesn't matter. Dragon Claw probably doesn't matter. Nice, huge damage. I don't think, like, Quag doesn't really take special hits well is the problem. He doesn't have high special defense. So the one that I've got, he's got, I think, a 29 in a neutral nature. But he's not level 50 yet, so I don't know what his stats, like, how he actually is. But I looked in the damage calculator, and the two things I was concerned about was, Ice Beam from Regice, and Giga Drain from Muck. But there probably are more important special moves, like maybe Dragon Claw from Mence. Because it might be worth running Ice Beam and letting him be a dragon sniper. Kinda. He's like a good switch in, but literally letting Latios get switch in and eat a hit has yet to really KO me. I think that was only KO if they're crits. Which, you know, of course, I'm asking for that to happen. Faster than Alakazam, very good. So what do you even say? What's, you know... It's gonna happen. We all know it's gonna happen. I say we give Latios the KO. We end it with Swampert. One of them has Mirror Coat, I believe. Not too scared of that. Your other moves are going to be like Earthquake, Mud Shot, Surf, and I think Ice Beam. One's probably got Hydro. Wonder if one of them has Endeavor. That would be sick. Endeavor Swampert would be cool. I know. Wait, there's a Curse one too. Maybe the Curse one knows Earthquake Return. Swampert no Roar ever? He's got such awesome moves. Swampert secretly is the strongest starter. It's not really secret. Everyone who plays Gen 3 knows on some level Swampert's the strongest of the starters. We can all have our favorites. There's no denying Swampert might not be your favorite. But in terms of just like stats and moves, Swampert's the best one. He's the strongest of the starters. There's no real competition. Just a free ace team. All psychics that are weak. Now I did get cocky once and get double Dragon Claw crit from Latios. That was rough. That was a loss. Milo is the same deal. Excuse me. Any Pokemon that can, like, sleep or recover or do anything to get health back, Leech Seed, it's just never worth it to double-edge them. It does feel really strong starting some Fatchet. Like, just you begin the fight, you're in the match, you start, you go for double-edge, you're gonna chunk anything really hard that doesn't outright resist you. But occasionally there's just some slight Pokemon that they kind of change the rule. It's no longer just a default. Because another hidden layer to this hunt is that having a damaged Tauros is a whole lot easier to get KO'd than a full health Tauros. So Double Edge might just be worth it, even against those guys. The issue is just that if like Recover could outpace the damage, then I'm super screwed because I'd lose Tauros in the process. I wonder if I should try it. That's what we'll do. Next Milo, we're gonna Double Edge. Next Latios, I might get scared and decide. Honestly, like, you're a good example of one. Double Edge might even have a roll where it KOs. But if you rest... Oh, whatever, we'll try it. We'll try it. Worst case scenario playing out in front of me. Okay, see, that's not bad. We're also far more likely to get killed due to a stray Ice Beam or Surf once we've been chunked like that, so... Double Edge feels the least important of the moves. The other two, or the other three, excuse me. All very important. This is Pokemon 2. Yeah, we'll go, go Latios. It's the Plumber. Everyone loves the Plumber. I think he has Fire move and Crunch, so maybe no Dragon Claw, or maybe that's his last move. Double plumbing. We got to see 2 Hydros from a Salamence. He's popping whatever his berry is. It's a Pitaya. The Plumber has a Pitaya berry. Have to remember that if ever I steal one. Because I would like to add to the... Another dragon, nice. This must have been a dragon guy. I would like to add to the collection, have more of the top tier Pokemon with perfect stats. Right now I mostly just care about getting Latios and Regis, because resetting for those is admittedly easier than breeding, but it's still kind of tedious. So just stealing a couple perfect Pokemon from the tower might be the more fun method. And of course you can't even breed legendaries, so you just straight up have to keep resetting and master balling it until you catch one you're satisfied with. And eventually, it doesn't matter, you know, how good you are, how patient you are. You're eventually going to start to compromise. You're going to start to say, well, you know, maybe I don't care that much about special defense, or, well, maybe I don't care, like, this stat, if it's 30, I'll take it. And then you end up with the guy you end up with. Please be Fire Weak. I would like to see a Fire Weak, or sorry, a Ground Weak Pokemon. You are not who I wanted to see. It doesn't matter. Feint Attack doesn't do that much. Unless it crits. Feint Attack doesn't do very much unless it crits. It's like, that's what I was trying to say. It doesn't do that much unless it crits. That's how you guys know. Worst part is I think you can live this and counter me. No. Oh, maybe it doesn't live it. Cacturns definitely run counter. Oh, that's not ideal. Not really who I wanted to see. Boom. Earthquake. Nice, and you're the Focus Punch one. Easy, easy. Grind never really ends. The hustle is always on. Just gotta get more KOs. Gotta prove we're the strongest in the battle tower. Just us. Us, as in our two save files. I have two different save files doing this. And one of the reasons I actually did that, not just because it was Sapphire I needed to restart anyways. That was just a coincidence. But if I catch a male Pokemon from one tower and a female of the same from another tower, theoretically those two would be spitting out nearly perfect eggs, like at a way higher frequency than what is normal. So potentially for breeding certain Pokemon in the future, there's a lot of good hosts in the tower. The only issue would become egg moves, if you want egg moves. I don't know that much about Gen 3 breeding. I do know that that is an annoying guy to deal with. Does he have Ice Punch? Probably not. And special defense down, of course. Let me patch that up real quick. And they give me the Macho Brace. I am tempted to bank on this and use Calm Mind again. That was a failed Confuse, right? But Calm Mind again. Yeah, if you could give me my Cherry Berry back. Light Screen or Reflect. Don't really give a shit about that. We get out of Confusion. Yep, looking good. Okay, now we're really set up. I just want my berry back. I don't want to be slowed down. If you could, you know, give me the berry back. Yep. No longer confused. This is your one chance, Grumpig. If you confuse me here, there will be carnage. If you decide to give me my berry, well, look what you've done. And the worst thing, this is going to be some... Oh, and I'm still confused, though. I kind of want to wait out Confusion. Because he just does no damage to me. And there's a chance he can give me my berry back. I think that's +6 special attack, +5 special defense. Or this is that. So yeah, you guys want to see something cool? When the player does any kind of status thing and there's a cascade effect, it's like a certain color, right? It's always going to be a certain color for certain stats, and that is green because it only raised my defense. The same thing can happen with Bulk Up and Curse. If ever like you get Intimidate, so they become out of sync, when you do the move, it'll show a different cascade. Rather than just rather than like just show you the gray one like it always does. I think that's neat. I think that's fascinating. And Latios gets through. Very annoyed to be holding the Macho Brace and not the Cherry Berry. But it's just one Pokemon. It's Miloto. Oh, first Reggie. Sorry, first Regice. Really just want to get him off screen. So I think they're all defense invested, which sucks. That might KO me. Return might have been the better play. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna trade. However, Tauros for Regice is just one of the best trades I could ever make. Anything to get Regice dealt with. Yeah. We want to beat Latios. Because we want it to be easier for a potential Zapdos to get KO'd. Now, I don't like you. Because you kind of, yeah, you don't really let me set up Calm Mines, even though you should be free Calm Mine fodder. Other problem is you also can have Shadow Ball. Like that. That's exactly what I don't want to get hit by. And it lowers, and of course. Something wrong with Latios today. He's getting all his special defense dropped. Nice. I almost went for a Calm Mine there too. Nice to get our Aggron out of the way. He's like an Easter egg in the tower. I think there's just one set, and he sucks so much. He's always so easy to deal with. It's a shame. He's a very cool looking Pokemon. I don't know what Game Freak could have done to actually make him good. Maybe just like make pure Steel. Remove the rock typing. It makes him way worse. Maybe like Electric? So then he would have an only Earthquake 4X? That might be cool. I don't know how you justify him being Electric, but whatever. Why are like any of the Pokemon the type that they are when you really think about them? Of course it's a Recount. We're in the loop. We're in the loop. Oh, and leftovers too. Oh, jeez. Swampert's nice to see. Don't really like getting hit by a potential mud shot and lowering my accuracy or lowering my speed, whatever the other weird move that Swampert can have. Now, Starmie would be nice to steal at some point. The issue is you kind of just have to roll the dice. Watching Beaveries do this, he sort of just does that. He kind of just accepts whatever the Pokemon is, and if its nature is good, great. If it isn't, oh well. Whereas I think I would really want a Starmie that is a special attack nature, not a speed nature. I would want it to be modest. And the only way to really know that beforehand is to get hit by it. Whereas checking speed for Latios is not that hard. My Latios that I have is one speed short. So if ever I'm fighting a Lati and I'm outsped, I know for sure that's a speed nature Latios. Uh-oh. The cross-chop duck. He doesn't even KO with him. He needs a crit. Oh, poor guy. Poor Golduck. I wonder how Golduck and Raichu, how they feel about being like the, you know, the uncle associated to the super mascot Pokemon. Because like Psyduck is way more famous than Golduck, obviously. Psyduck is very recognized as a Pokemon. Whereas I don't think Golduck has the same reputation. It's a shame because he's definitely cool. He just doesn't really get anything too good. I guess Cross Chop as an egg move is kind of fun. It's Muck. Do we want to switch out just to get Earthquake? Probably not. We'll just accept the potential 3-hit. How you been, Muck? How you doing? Oh, okay. Alright. That's not the move I was expecting from you, but to be honest, I never know what to expect from you. The crit was unnecessary. Thank you, Muck. Hopefully next time you will not explode when we meet. Easy. Easy, team. On to number 6. It's a fighter, a martial artist. I don't think that really matters too much in this game. But the dragon trainers, they always seem to have dragons. Anytime you see a dragon trainer, they're always just like a dragon team. Well, maybe not always, but very consistently. More so than any other trainer class. A lot of them just seem to be whatever. They don't specialize as much. I guess fishermen maybe have more water Pokemon, you know, technically. That's awesome that that does not KO without a crit. I was accepted. I was accepting Tauros' loss there, and we didn't even lose him. No Mach Punch, even better. What a really annoying Breloom in ADV today. There's like a super lame-o set where you do Spore, Leech Seed, Substitute. Focus Punch was his last move. But honestly, I think if ever I was to try that, I wouldn't want Focus Punch. I would want to be able to always attack. So maybe Brick Break instead. Never really used Breloom in ADV. I feel like the Spore Sub Punch is so telegraphed. And is like the rest of his stuff isn't that good. Like, he's not good in Suicune. Suicune can Ice Beam on him. He's not great into Skarmory. Like, besides putting them to sleep and trying to Leech Seed them. It's very, very strange Pokemon. Very cool, though. Awesome shiny to get. Of all of them, I would love to get the Red Mushroom shiny. Alright, Machamp. Hands away from the weapon. Put it down. You do not want to counter me. God damn it. Of course, of course. Give it to Latios to avenge. It's always the most, because if I go into Double Edge, that's also not guaranteed to KO him. And if he decides to not do that, like he decides to do basically any other move, he's gonna kill my Tauros. Alright, this Latios not worth stealing. We know it's slower. Machamp, Latios, Blaziken. That's a pretty kick-ass team. You pop your berry? Yeah, what do you got? Oh. Goes for the, yep. Pretty sure Fire move and hoping for Blaze to compensate the damage was your best move, Blaziken. Going for Rock Tomb when I'm already like slower. I don't know. The AI is also random. The AI doesn't always do what makes sense, so it can just behave in very funny ways. Alright, Mr. Hiker. Yeah, see, Heracross, kind of the same thing. But Double Edge, I think, always KOs him. Always, always. Which is great. We definitely need to deal with Heracrosses. Pinsir isn't in the tower, and I don't know Pinsir's, like, defensive profile. What he's got. Oh, great. You're the Endure. No Salak. Nice. Oh, what happens there? If I endure, and I'm at 1 HP, and you double edge me, do you take no recoil damage because no recoil damage was done? Or do you just take 1? That's funny. I never thought about that before. What does the Psychic have? Oh, of course, the Dragon. Man, imagine if this was Gen 1 and Tauros had Blizzard, and Blizzard was way more accurate. That'd be awesome. He could bulldoze the dragons, too. Okay, maybe not every dragon. Some he'd have to bulldoze the other way. Okay, whatever you did didn't go off. I think that was disable. Could have just been an inaccurate move. A Hydro Pump missing. And we beat up Gardevoir. Gardevoir's back. I lied. First opponent. Goes for Snatch. Tries to steal some kind of setup move from our Tauros. What could he do? He probably learns Scary Face. Bunch of Pokemon. It's like a move that I think Game Freak thinks it's really good and useful, but it doesn't seem very useful. Double speed down is pretty nice, though. That's a really bulky Blaziken if we didn't knock it into 1 HP. Big 900, I'm realizing. This is a 901. There's a delay, so when I look over at the stream thing, it shows me the number that it just was when I already know there's been a KO, so whatever. Blaziken being the big 900 is funny. Greetings, Kecleon. You were around a lot last stream, but this is his first appearance. That'd be a cool one to get shiny, but to be honest, I think I'd like to do the actual soft reset at some point. The more normal Kecleon. Of course, if you're just a total psycho, there's a 1% Kecleon on the route. The 2 routes connecting for Tree City. In those routes, there's a 1% Kecleon. Which is bonkers. That's just insanity. How? Why on earth did Game Freak do, like, why? Why would you do that? I guess if you caught your, or you KO'd the static ones, they all, disappear. You have no way to get to them. No way to get one. Ooh. Okay, we're faster, though. We're faster, so whatever. Oh, look who it is. Last night I played Amaryllis in some games of Ore Coliseum, the competitive VGC type Gen 3. And I tried out a Shedinja team, and I must say I did not like it. I do not think I'll be running Shedinja again. There's a lot of damage from a Breloom. Oh, we don't even KO. No Effect Spore? Okay, I don't know what that turn was. Please do not Spore me. Please, please, please. Okay. Oh, but that might KO. Well, there goes Latios. You can safely revenge, because you're not going to get hit by Effect Spore. Nor are you going to get hit by a Focus Punch. The recover again. No, last turn you didn't recover. You used Reflect. You're not the choice band one getting looped. I'm looking for sailors. Uh-oh. Alright. We're off to a very risky start. Uh-oh. Okay, we dodged a bullet there. Hate Sea King. Hate Sea King. And there's a crit. Could have got the crit last turn. Then we wouldn't have benefited from it. Alright, Tentacle's not that bad. I do kind of want to preserve Tauros. Just in case, though. Something in the back can be nasty. Whatever, we're going to get one double edge into him. Regardless of what it is. Fine. Here we get our self-KO even. That might just kill Electrode? Yeah. Look at that. Tauros is the best. He sacrificed himself to sweep the opponent. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got the Macho Brace, which I do not really care to have as my Tauros. Good news is that I can switch moves. Thankfully, if whatever this is super slow, it might be better to double edge them. Okay, you know what? You know what? Oh yeah, but you're still faster. How much does Macho Brace reduce your speed by? It's got to be a ton. If Milo is outspeeding. Maybe it's like being paralyzed. And we get a KO. And a crit, no less. Oh my god. Tauros just the best. All that I've learned from this hunt so far is that just always place your faith in Tauros. Why did he go first that turn? That was unbelievable. He's just the best. He's so good. How's the hunt going? It's going very good, Beaveries. I'm pretty sleepy tonight, so I don't think I'm going to go for too long, but Tauros is just pulling his worth every single fight. It's the best. I love when Tauros gets super value. It's half speed? Okay, I thought it was like paralysis. Because in that fight there, I got tricked by a Grumpig, and then Milo outsped me, but then weirdly I outsped Walrein, so I couldn't really figure out how much my speed was being reduced. Turns out even a Macho Brace can't hold Tauros back. He's still got a sweep. Maybe that's a good strat, is to trick Macho Brace onto things. But how you doing, Beaveries? How you been? I saw your stream, yeah, the other day. You're doing the Battle Dome with your Bell Awesome team. How's that team putting together? How's it going? I think your idea of lead Gardevoir with Destiny Bond is very good. It's a very strong way to lead in the Dome. Nice, triple starter. This guy has swag. I wonder if in the later generations they added more abilities that are like Torrent and Overgrow and all that, or they just boost a certain type. Because we got Swarm. Swarm is in this game too. The team's been really unlucky compared to Vileplume. That's unfortunate. That's definitely a shame. I think Vileplume's big benefit over Blossom. Obviously, I don't know their stat difference, but I know just being immune to poison is really awesome, but like not being weak to poison is very good too. Being weak to flying is pretty irrelevant because there's just not that many flying attacks. Well, I guess that's not true. There's a fair amount of aerial aces. This guy just gamed on me. Look what he did. He set up agility and then rested. So now he's going to be faster and can potentially horn drill us every turn. Get gold eventually, though? Hell yeah, you will. Yep, roll, sleep, talk. Okay, alright. Crisis averted. Tauros gets one last double edge before he crumbles. That's not a bad thing to hit. First Glalie of the stream. Oh, and he's got... That's awesome. Oh, you're Salak, aren't you? Yeah, of course. And you outspeed. Okay, but all you're interested in is the weather. You're not interested in like a massive blizzard or sheer cold. Being weak to poison isn't very relevant either, especially with a Gardevoir. Being immune to toxic is huge, though. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh. You're the last Pokemon, right? Do I care? Yeah, it was somebody else think Laylee. And then it was Dusclops. I don't think I care. Dusclops, this Zapdos is sacrificing himself to make a shiny spawn. Blossom 1v1 a Swellow. Well, that's kind of sick. I guess if you can charm it to make it super weak, and it has some stupid, like, fly as its move to hit you. Like, something delayed? Sky attack. You gotta hit him with a charm on the sky attack turn. That'd be awesome. I don't really know what Swellow runs in the tower. I'm gonna assume there probably is one that with sky attack just to show off the move. Just to demonstrate to players that, yeah, you can get this move. It was fly. Nice. Uh-oh. Well, we're still in pretty good standing. The most fearsome of Psychic. Does Flygon learn Psychic? Probably not. There's like a bunch of weird Pokemon that get to learn Psychic for some reason. Like I think Electabuzz does. For some reason I can see Flygon having Psychic. For some reason. Whatever Game Freak's reason, the CD works on certain Pokemon. Oh, and of course, your Bright Powder. This all just has to take longer. Yeah. Personally, I think of the three, Quick Claw has gotten me the most. And Choice Band, or not Choice Band, Focus Band has gotten me the least. Bright Powder is right in the middle. This is a female Gyarados too. That means this could pass down Dragon Dance to top tier Pokemon. I don't know. I think we should just take it. Let's take the KO. Nice Thunderbolt. It's like a shame, though. It's like a shame seeing a really good Pokemon go to waste. Whatever. As long as I keep doing this, I'll eventually end up with a big roster of these guys. Focus Band is the least chance of activating. Ah, that makes sense. Shiftry as well. This guy's just got a rare team. Yeah, that makes sense that they'd be different different percentages. I just feel like that's the one that annoys me and catches me the least often. But I also don't play the factory in the tower very often. So when I get Quick Claw, I don't really think of it as this as annoying. Rest Chesto, I'll admit, I'm not a fan of that. I don't really like seeing that go off. That's always just to like, man, guess we're eating more turns to get out of this fight. Same 10% as Bright Powder, but it only activates on kills, so there are fewer chances. Right. So last night we had an interesting interaction playing Ore. I had an Armaldo that used Quick Claw, and Amaryllis's Snorlax also had Quick Claw. And in the first interaction, Snorlax went first. And then a couple of matches later, it was the other way around. Oh, whoops. Armaldo's went first. So I don't really understand the Quick Claws going off at the same time, being based on speed. I wonder if they just behave differently in doubles anyways. It was a very strange interaction to have happen. It was cool, though. Oh, Quick Claw is a speed tie. Oh, weird. Why on earth would they do that? Okay, we've gotten through a lot of this terrible Ludicolo, but I'm actually feeling like he's gonna protect this turn, so I'm gonna switch. Of course. This Ludicolo had to be on screen for as long as possible. Easy team. Alright, who do we got? Lead Latios. Well, you shouldn't have. It is slower than me, which is not a good sign. Flygon again. All these easy Pokemon. Tauros has gotten so many KOs. I feel like I owe him killing a shiny. I guess, you know what I could do? Because really, he's not that far from perfect, right? He's so close. I probably could just use him in Ore and accept the fact that I'm outsped by the, perfect speed Tauros. Perfect speed, everybody in that speed tier. Because they all run the speed anyways. Everyone who runs a 110 runs it at max speeds. Maybe that's not true, but Tauros is one you probably wouldn't want to. Well, maybe though, because you want to be able to beat up Latios and Latios. It's very tricky. Yeah, that's 110 is the kind of baseline. Nice crit. You outspeed me. Interesting. You outspeed Tauros. Hang on. Everyone be cool. I'm going to let Zapdos get killed here. No, Zapdos outspeeds you. What on earth? What? That doesn't make any sense. Tauros is faster than Zapdos. Did I get hit by a Rock Tomb and not remember? Maybe I got hit by a Rock Tomb. Never mind. We're not catching this, Latios. Oh, and she lives that too. Is it last mon? I don't think. No, it's definitely not a speed nature. Nice. Alright, I think we'll strap in for one more. We'll do one more of these for today. I know I said I wanted to get to 1K, but we're not that far off. We'll be 21 Pokemon closer to 1K than we were right now. What happened to Amaryllis and Ore? Well, I played him last night. Did he play today? Did he bring a Psycho team? He and I had some like pretty casual fun games, and then I tried a Shedinja team and kind of hated it. But our like no games before that were just fine. They were fun. It was fun. I like his team. It's hard to deal with, and it's a little bit annoying, but I think that's kind of the point. That's what dual screens is like it's gonna be kind of hard and annoying. No attack raise, that's nice. I think I've said to him more times, why don't we make a best of 3 video, and then he and I end up playing, and we decide, no, let's just play. Let's just not bother. Let's just play the match. He brought up a setup Registeel? That's a little silly. Did that thing Destiny Bond me again? No, it did damage. Brought a setup Registeel and lost to a Sheer Cold Dugong. Well, that's what you get for not associating with Dugang. You gotta be under the veil. Look, I'm planning on shiny hunting a Dugong. And let me tell you, that's got to be one of the easiest shiny Pokemon to ever miss. To ever, like, that you're going to not notice. It's Seal. Seal is undoubtedly the hardest to notice shiny, or, like, the easiest to miss. And he's not even, like, 100%. There's, like, other stuff there, too, so I'd really have to be paying attention. And I'm thinking of doing that one just for fun. Just to have, like, a cool Dugang Pokemon. Dugangers unite. What's up, Chiefs? Yeah, I think that would be it wouldn't be a brutal hunt. It would just be, like, very paranoia-inducing. Oh, of course you go for Crunch. Wasn't even your Dugong? Why did I meant to... Okay. Sorry, I cannot ever look at chat again, otherwise Latios will just instantly dissolve. I wanted to do Dragon Claw. Whatever. This is a -4 attack Salamence. He's been hit with Intimidate twice and got Mementoed. We're safe. This is a fake dragon. You're actually using the Dugong? Hell yeah. Working on the Gen 4 Pokedex. Nice. The gang is grinding away. Nothing really to report. It's the usual. Every now and then I have like a manic episode of thinking, oh, should I steal this Lottie? Maybe its speed is like just perfect and it's worth stealing. Also, Tauros just double crit and isn't decided he is killing everything. Did it again. That is a triple crit from Tauros. I'm gonna give him a little respect for Tauros getting a triple crit. Like, the amount of damage he has done in this tower is unbelievable. I was saying earlier, I think, like, Tauros, he's gotten so many KOs, he kind of deserves to kill a shiny Pokemon, but if I play Ore, other people are just going to bring shiny Pokemon, so I should just bring this Tauros. Just because of how many KOs he's gotten. Yeah, no, he's awesome in Ore. I love using Tauros in Ore. He is super fun. It's nice being able to bash into the Lati right before it sets up Reflect. I should try that as a team. Tauros Hariyama lead. I quite like that. Only issue is Earthquakes. You're getting hit by both of your guys are getting hit by Earthquake, and if you Earthquake, you hit your teammate. But you can alternate protects, I guess. Last night, so this was like a rough draft of a team. I was running Lum Berry with Hidden Power Ghost, Double Edge, Earthquake. I think Protect was his last move. And I threw this team together pretty hastily because the idea was he would hold Person Berry and somebody else on the team would use Swagger. And nobody else on the team had Swagger. So it just didn't ever come up. Bandit is very good too. I had a different Bandit user, but for Tauros, the Swagger strat is very cool. You just need to bring Swagger. If you forget to bring Swagger, Person Berry's probably not going to come up. Nice toxicness. Hey, you know what? We're in. We're in with Zapdos. Let's just try it. No mirror coats, please. Yeah, that team was a little bit rough. I was also using Armaldo. Like, it was just strange Ore gaming. Return with Swagger. Definitely. I'm pretty sure I was double edge. And the risky thing about that is that you kind of knock yourself into potential Dragon Claw KO range, which is always scary. The plumber is back. Welcome back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it recoils just a bit too much. And because Latios are basically always running health. It's probably not worth. I did manage to get a win with the belly drum Charizard thing again. That team is just so ridiculously funny when it goes off. I think I just dodged a Fisher. Leave you there. Don't knock anything over. No, Latios are not banned. In fact, Latios are mandatory. If you want to make a team in Ore, you're gonna have a Lati. You might even have two. Latios are oh, nice, dude. Major swag landing a dynamic punch. I can't even be mad about that. Yeah, Latios, you're allowed to use them. You're not allowed to use Soul Dew. They're so central to the format. You gotta have a way to deal with a Lati, and you gotta have a game plan on what your Lati is gonna be doing. I've heard people say that about Generation 2 OU with Snorlax. Because Snorlax is #1 in that format, and there's just no denying it. So you need to have a plan for what you're doing with your Snorlax and how you're going to go about opposing Snorlax. And I feel like the Latios are the same way. You need some way to deal with them, and you need to know the hijinks that they bring. The Latios has both screens and Thunder Wave and all these ridiculous moves. Safeguard as well, and Charm and Helping Hand and Bolt Beam coverage. It's nuts. It's a very fun format, though. It's just trying it. Very different than ADV singles, though. No. Don't like the speed down. Torrent boosted, even? Played a bit of Gen 2, and Chief, you've never really played doubles. It's very different. I felt like a lot of my ADV knowledge was just discarded instantly. Yeah, Gen 2 it's like kind of a weird format. Everybody's running leftovers Rest and Sleep Talk interact very differently. There's also that one move, Present. It does like a weirdly high amount of damage to certain Pokemon. There's a lot of like very strange things in that game. Nice crit. Yeah, tower doubles? Yeah, tower doubles is a fun way to learn. Nice Quick Claw, dudes. You couldn't just explode? Yeah, tower doubles is a lot of fun. I have a blast bringing my shinies in there. I wish I was better at it. I probably should just like buckle down and use one really good team and see how far of a streak I can get. But, you know, the joy of finding the shiny Pokemon really is, sometimes that is the like over half of it. That's like that, the joy of finding it is the goal. And then trying to retrofit, it's like, okay, well, where can I use him? How do I figure things out with him afterward? That's also super fun. But then sometimes you get a shiny and you just know he's got no hope anywhere else. He's got no potential for anything. Nice rest, dude. You're going for the rest, Horn Drill. Yeah, I like tower doubles. I like it a lot. Way more than tower singles. Tower singles is still fun. I don't know how much I would like the multi with the AI. I think that would be annoying. And multi-battle with 2 games. That's kind of cool. Alright. The Sea King just had a hell of a dream. I also like that the Dome gives you the option for doubles. And the Factory has a doubles option. I think it's just those ones. Maybe there's a doubles arena that I don't remember. Or doubles Palace. And then Pike and Pyramid, they're kind of dynamic. They'll have fights that are doubles. Yeah, true, but if you're going to play with a record mix team, you may as well just do a multi-battle with 2 Game Boys. Yeah, that's true. That could be fun in its own right, though. Alright, we'll do one more. I want to get as close to the 2-hour mark as I can muster. I almost brought Ghastly. Okay. Did I bring Ghastly? Hang on. Oh. Okay, I might have brought Ghastly. This is going to be an interesting route. There's double Palace and has some unique things. Uh-oh. Okay, so Nature's the... Right. Yeah, Palace is the weird one. Alright, Bullet dodged. He's not in my party, is he? Okay. Just had a bit of a scare there. Thought I brought Ghastly for a minute. Be Ground Weak. Be Golem. Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, that's Palace. Palace, your Pokemon's nature decides what, like, the percentage for each move. Which that's also dumb because it just means that, like, it could also roll the low percent and just pick that move anyways, so what's the point? I think certain natures are good. Which is interesting because I have my shiny Latios is Brave, which is like a terrible nature for a Latios, and my shiny Regice is Hasty. And I think both of those are like really good natures in the Palace. So that might be swag to win the Palace with a shiny team, just letting the natures carry them. Only downside is that, you know, I'd have to learn how the Palace works, and the Palace seems super weird. And I think the Palace also, like, famously has the hardest Frontier Brain. Or, like, the least fair Frontier Brain. Excuse me. Alright, Raichu. You've proved your points. You can live a Thunderbolt from Zapdos. You're the best. You can even live two. Look at that. Yep. A hasty Regirock. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Dude, this is the rest of the stream. Is me trying to just kill this one damn Raichu. Yeah, thank you. Should add that to the focus band list. No, wait a minute. I'm not good at math. What are we going to be at the end of this streak? This streak would be at 972, right? I think so. Maybe we will go to 1K. We'll go to 1K encounters tonight. I've decided. Raichu's the best. I don't want to hear that. I do not think Raichu's the best. I actually tried using a Raichu in one of my Fire Red playthroughs, and I was like deeply disappointed by him. This is the same playthrough where I had a Golduck, so you know what? Maybe it was just disappointing Pokemon the whole time. But I've done Fearow playthroughs, and he always pulls his weight, so I don't think that's the case. I did one with a Primeape. He was super fun. I think Raichu might just kind of suck. At least it's not a Sea King. Yeah, true. Jeez, Lord help us if we've got a Sea King. Starmie, slower than me. But again, that could be good. I might want a special attack one. I'd need to figure out a way to get hit by one and know how much damage. The thing is, I don't remember my defensive stats on these Pokemon, and none of them are perfect. Besides specifically Tauros' special defense is perfect. Pretty sure Zapdos has just like bad defensive stats all around. And Latios definitely has low HP. I'm not sure about his other stats. Guess I could check. Hang on. Can we multitask? This better not mess with the stream. Heracross. Sorry if you heard a beep. Sorry again. Alright. Did I just get owned? Hang on, I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm trying to capture the stats. I have no idea what happened to no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we got Zapdos' IVs. Slap that on the desktop. Take a look at our Latios. Okay, this Latios actually is pretty good. How fast are you? You're not as fast as me. Oh, whoops, opening the wrong app. That's why that's taking so long. Got a free para along the way. Zapdos bailing me out. There we go. That's kind of nice. My Latios has a 60 in Hidden Power Ghost. It's kind of neat. Kind of cool move. I'm aware he learned Shadow Ball, so it doesn't matter very much. Where is Tauros? So ignore the fact that these are the wrong items. These are just a copy I have sitting in one of my boxes. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry. No. It's because I'm leaning forward. I'm trying to add something to show you guys. There's just image. Okay, there's image. There we go. I was just talking about the defensive stats on my gang here. So, I'm gonna switch over to Latios. As you can see, none of these like defensive stats are perfect. A lot of the defensive stats are actually pretty rough. And then we'll switch one more time to Tauros. Is this Tauros or is this Quag? That's Tauros. Yeah, ignore the hold items. The hold items are different. But yeah, that's what we're looking at for defenses. Tauros is actually not that bad. Great special defense and decent HP. But like, I wish I could have all three and just tab between them. Like Zapdos is pretty rough on the HP and defense. He's not going to be taking a lot of hits that way. So nice. I have that loaded in case I need to share the IVs. Oh, and it's in the description. I put them in the description too. Forgot about that. Yeah, my team is they're not exactly perfect. They're usually just perfect in the two stats that matter for them, or at least close to perfect. Nice. Thank you, Blaziken. You're making this easier. And it was a crit. It was a crit wasted on an Endure. You never want that to happen. That's true. Yeah, our special defense is pretty good. And we have access to Light Screen and a Calm Mind user. So special defense, we're actually pretty good. Physical defense, a little bit more mixed. Zapdos is definitely pretty squishy. But here's the thing. Here's where I was going with that. I think that's actually not a bad thing. Because in this hunt, I want to die. I want Pokemon to KO me. and it would be harder for them to KO me if I did have perfect stats. So it might actually just be a blessing to use these, like, more glass cannon Pokemon to hunt down our targets. Maybe that's just cope. Maybe it would be better to just use, like, perfect stat Pokemon, but whatever. I quite like this gang. I'm considering a Quagsire, but also I don't know how using him would fit in the team. Like, I think all 3 Pokemon are too valuable to trade. Yeah, exactly. You know, I guess Memento on a perfect Latios doesn't change anything. A perfect Latios probably is worth having, but for Zapdos and Tauros, I think it just doesn't matter. Oh, and of course you have speed and you KO. Nope, Zapdos is a gamer. This is going to be a crit para. Okay, maybe it doesn't miss Rock Tomb? Okay. Whatever. Sorry, Zapdos. I sure hope there's no water types in the back. Yeah, I also think about scenarios like this, where it would have been better. It's better for me to switch into Latios, because if I run into the shiny, I want to switch in Tauros so that he gets KO'd. Tauros is kind of tricky to get killed. Tauros and Zapdos both kind of throw a bone in this this hunt, because Tauros has Intim, so he's going to weaken physical attackers by quite a bit, and Zapdos has Pressure, so we could accidentally drain too much of one of the moves we need to get killed by. It's very very troublesome. Oh, of course, of course. I don't even think I KO at +3, but let's keep going. Oh, why? No freeze. No freezing? Okay. I've learned my lesson. No more greed. Oh no. Oh no. It's all is forgiven if we just crit here. Yes, yes. Starmie is faster. Typical. That does so much damage, too. Wow. That is a strong Starmie. Yeah, exactly. Now I just gotta ask it to give me a shiny Pokemon. Nice crit. Nice shiny Pokemon. Okay, damn, didn't work. What can we do to manifest one? What can I do? Dig. Are you serious, dude? And you protect. Oh my god. The AI just loves cringing you just enough to be annoying. Yup. Dig protect. Thank you, Flygon. There's a reason you are the bottom of the dragon tier list. No, but you know, he's got really strong Earthquake. Did you know his stab Earthquake could be the strongest in ADV? It's not worth it. Alright, first Gyarados. No, we fought a Gyarados earlier. Hyper Beam. Uh-oh. Please do not. And it was a critical hit. Okay, it's fine. Tauros is no longer intimidated. Swampert's is stronger? That's funny. I think if you read on the, what's it called? Smogon Wiki, it claims that, Bandit Flygon's Earthquake is the strongest Earthquake in the format, but once again, Smogon making things up. True, Dawn fan. Yeah, like what the hell? Also, another Intim user. I can't even be mad. This team is trying to take me down. I really wish I had Zapdos right now. Okay, and it's female, so it can attract my full team. Let's just go back Tauros. Maybe Toxic me. Alright, alright. I think Double Edge always KOs these, and Return is a roll, so we're gonna bank on it. Crobat has to be the troll of the tower. Yes, we got through. So I think because we'll be just shy of 1,000, we'll do one last streak. What's my win rate at? 126. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do one last one. I know I said that last time, but I'd like to cross the 2-hour mark, and I'd like to get us just under 1,000 for the next stream. Just slightly under 1,000. Nice snow quick claw boom. Uh-oh. Superpower is gonna hurt. May not KO. Yeah, it doesn't KO. Wonder if superpower means... Well, don't like all the Regirocks have boom? I think they all have boom. Or that, like most of them do. Whereas the other Regis, there's more sets that don't. Well, I guess the threat of explosion is always there with them. Nice, you're banded. You're banded into Light screen. Reflect whatever you just... your screen move. Oh, maybe you're not. Yeah, you just decided to do it twice. And you outspeed Zapdos. Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like struggling to say that in a way that makes sense, but yeah, like it's mostly rocks that have boom, and the others are like more 50-50. And it's all of them in level 100, which is pretty epic. Though weird that there's less of them. Weird that there's less Reggies. I'm feeling it. We'll do Earthquake. Earthquake always KOs Blaziken, but being locked into Earthquake can get weird if something, you know, comes in and is flying. But it's nice to just get the KO on Blaziken. Crit did not matter. Yeah, see, like I'm a champ. I'm a champ is worth switching for. Okay, I think everything dies now. You're probably gonna live. One of the downs. Oh, gotcha. Look who's a gamer. That's one of the downsides of me not running Bolt Beam on Latios, is that I would need to set up with Calm Mind basically always to +6 to try and guarantee some KOs. But I think like a +4 might have KO'd that Milo. Really, I want Surf mostly for Regirock. It may seem silly to have one move for one guy, but like Zapdos is kind of the same way. Zapdos has Hidden Power Grass, which is so good for Swampert and so good for Whiscash, but it's useful in other scenarios. It's useful against a Flygon. I guess it's useful against you? I think Thunderbolt does more. Do we risk the para? No, we'll just lock into Earthquake. Very nice. Okay, you do not handle the Earthquake strat. Can't Earthquake you down. Oh, you dive. Interesting. I gotta switch. No, you know what we do? We light screen. Zapdos can take Ludicolo. It's an annoying fight. Ludicolo's this weird variable, 3 health, 3.5 hits. Because it depends how much he gets from Leech Seed, it depends how much he gets from Rain Dish, from Leftovers Protect. Ludic is a little frustrating. Good for your rock rounds too. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. It's good for Rhydon. Good to have another contingency for Rhydon. I feel like there's another reason I wanted Surf Because neutral water after a certain point is really useful. Really does just hit most of the cast. There's no water absorb in Hoenn Tower. Is there? Am I wrong? Because who gets it? It's, Vape, Poliwag, and Quagsire. Is that it for water absorbs? Does Castform doesn't get it. Castform gets, like, the fake ability, where his ability is his gimmick. It's that he changes with the weather. Yeah, I don't think there's any water absorb. So that's like a pretty big plus. Being able to stack water, and there's nothing that'd be immune to it. But I guess, you know, there's nothing that's immune to ice, except the Shitinja. Gyarados. Oh, are you just gonna Hyper Beam me again? Please don't. Use Rain Dance. Earthquake, that's fine. That's a fine move. That's what happens when I play ADV. I bring in Gyarados and I use Earthquake, and then Zapdos comes in, and I just look like a fool. I've gotten actually good at that. I've gotten good at my lead Lax versus their lead Zapdos. They switch to Metagross and I hit them, and then I switch to Gyarados and get hit by Meteor Mash. They switch back to Zapdos and I switch back to Snorlax, which is pretty risky. Switching Snorlax in on a Metagross, it's you know, that's a situation you don't want to be in, but it's worked out for me pretty well. It's very rare the Metagross will stay in against a Gyarados, because he knows he just doesn't hit him very well. Earthquake is going to do over 60%. It's like 60 to 70. And if you miss Rock Slide, it's over. That's a fun interaction. Gyarados versus Metagross. It's underappreciated thing about Gyarados and ADV is that he handles Metagross way better than Salamence does. Yeah, it's recover loop time. Free Breloom. So I'm trying to think, who is absent this stream? I don't think we saw Hariyama. We didn't see Rhydon. We saw Shiftry. Shiftry's pretty rare. We saw a Glalie. A Dusclops even. Of course, your Go Rest. Oh my god. We saw a Kecleon. That's a weirdo. All three Reggies made an appearance. Latios, I don't think I fought. I don't think I saw Latios. Saw all the starters. I'm not sure. This last team is going to have to pull through. I am thinking of doing something like that. Amaryllis was shooting the idea of us, like, all streaming the Ruby Tower hunts in some, like, communal way. We didn't, like, discuss the idea that much. He just kind of mentioned it one time. And I'm not sure how we could do it, how to make it, like, a group effort, but having 3 people hunting the tower, I definitely think would get more eyes on this. Get more people interested in trying to do this to get Pokemon. And that's the thing I was mentioning a few streams ago, was this idea of a bingo board where, like, the Pokemon would shuffle around They would all be in different spots, and then like the order that you find them, you could get a bingo. Screen shares in Discord? Yeah, if the goal would be to put them on YouTube, we'd want it to like still look somewhat good. So I'm not sure how we could do it. Because YouTube has that collaborator thing, but that's only for videos. That's not for streams. He did mention like we would put it on somebody else's channel. So maybe something crazy like that, where it's like one guy is streaming Discord one guy's streaming Discord screen share. Oh my god, what an insane caveman setup. Like, there would be delay, there would be like artifacts. I don't know how we're gonna do this. We're gonna need to figure something out. How do the speedrun guys do it? They do this. It's not like we need 4K footage, right? But you don't want it to be like all artifacty on Discord. Discord works fine for that, yeah. There's some kind of like multi-screen setup. It would be fun. You know, it'd be awesome is if it was on YouTube. And we have like a fourth guy, right? And we have somebody who's literally not even playing the game, and we just like have him be this narrator and pretend that he's playing all 3 games at once, and that he's like trying to shiny hunt or steal Pokemon. That would be such a good joke. Just one extra guy who's not playing the game, and it's his stream, but it's really footage from the 3 of us. I don't know. I've seen the other way around. I've seen like having just fine connections, and Discord decides it wants to connect poorly, and it's giving everybody weird video issues. So it's like it's not as reliable as I'd like to bank on for making a video. But of course, if we're just doing this like silly bottom text stream, then yeah, that'd be awesome. In fact, tech stuff might even make it funnier. Alright, this is it. The final 7. Place your bets as to who is in the roster. I think we will see a Swampert. You'd watch that, Chiefs? Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll discuss the idea more. And hopefully we actually like come up. Golem! Oh! Now you're not very common. Golem's a neat one. Dude, do not even joke about that. Shiny Golem would be such a heartbreak too, because it's an awesome sprite. Oh, I see now. You guys are, right. There's, like, more of a delay than I think. Yeah, you think that there's a Guardian, you think a Shiny is in here. Gotcha. Well, it appears to be a boom team. It appears we're in a boom zone. I don't know why there's so much a delay between... I don't know, maybe I have some, like, settings stupid. Stream settings. Nice, I can enable, 360 video. Yeah, thanks, YouTube. Thank you. It's like a torture chamber. You put this in... Someone has to watch this in VR? Are you kidding me? Stream health? What the... Stream... Okay. Yeah, that's really useful. Just text that says the stream is healthy. That was a huge hit. Alright, who's the final Pokemon? I think Tauros died, didn't he? Is Tauros dead? Yeah, he got boomed on. Metagross. You know what? For the fans, I think we're going to steal this Metagross. Just to cap off the night. He pursued me! Yes! Yes! I've been wanting to die to a pursuit for so long. Oh, this Metagross is going to be great. I can already feel he's going to have a good nature. Yes. Oh, thank you for playing. Yeah, exactly. That's so awesome. I'm so glad I got to see a Pursuit KO. I've been wanting him to use Pursuit when I switch out, and he finally did it. Is this Ruby or Sapphire? This is Sapphire. Ooh! Speedrun? What should I name Metagross? I guess it'll depend on his nature. This could be a box Metagross. Oh, look who has come. Let's take our bets to the left. Wait a minute, he could be on the left, though. Nope. So let's try left. Okay, let's, Did you go back south? Did you go back south? He did. I'm gonna go right. Oh, he's juking me. He's juking me. Okay, are you on left? Okay, you're not on left. I'm going left again. Oh my god. You know what, fine, we'll go north. We'll go north. It's on the north path. This is the lucky route. God damn it. Damn, Lottie tricking me again. Yeah, and she's taking off to the ocean. Man, so close too. Almost got it. Almost got the Lottie, but no. Gotta go look at the water. I should teach teleport to my little Ghastly. A little weird they don't learn teleport. Do you think Gengar and friends would be able to teleport? You know, they can sink into the ground. I like this track a lot. This is gonna summon Lottie. Oh! I guess we should name her, Koshiro? It's probably too big. Have to figure out what the girl's name is in, Adventure Island. It's probably too long to fit in 5 characters, though. Wait a minute, we're not stealing Latios, we're stealing Metagross. What? Come on now. Way too fried today. This stream was probably awful. I apologize. I hope you guys got something out of it. I feel like I've been having bad commentary. Just so beat after the week. But I do want to keep, like, stream these somewhat often. Alright, kill me. What was that? Why would you do that move? I want you to KO me. You're weakening fire damage. What on earth move do you think I'm going to hit you with? We are through half of our Destiny Bonds. Been vibing with it, Chiefs? Nice. So we got a Metagross we're going to catch. What nature do you think it is? Place your bets. You got a little bit of time before I catch it. I gotta pull up the nature thing, too. Yes, I know Pokemon. Now don't fight it, Tauros. Do not fight with him. You want him to be your friend. Woo. Okay, we got the natures ready. Brave and beigeful. Yeah, beigeful. Alright, what do we got? I don't know your name yet. I feel like that's gentle. It is not gentle. That's quirky. You know, not bad. Kind of nice to end it. Oh, that looks so cool. 155 HP, 155 attack, 150 defense. That's sick. Yeah, that's neat. Did he restore PP on Pressure? Or on, Pursuit? I thought he KO'd me. Does Pursuit not get a, No, it gets, the PP gets consumed when it gets used, right? Why is this not full? This, it remembers, Meteor Mashes. It doesn't remember Pursuit going off, though. Because, that's what KO'd Zapdos. That's strange. Beigeful. Well, we got a Metagross. Cannot complain about getting a Metagross. Perfect stats and he's bashful. Pretty nice. Only one game to back up. Does Pursuit different on Switch? Work different on Switch. It does more damage. That's all. That I'm aware of. I don't know. Well, if there's any, new tech to be discovered about this glitch, that might have something to do with it. Because, yeah, it remembers the PP usage for... Well, hang on. Let's throw them out in a battle. Maybe this menu is just bugged? That would be weird. Because it should remember that it got a KO with Pursuit. It KO'd my Zapdos with Pursuit. It gets replaced, but still, wouldn't the, shouldn't the PP go down, though? Shouldn't it be 19 uses? No? Huh. So there's something weird about Pursuit with that, because that should have consumed one and it didn't. I do wonder... I think I asked you this in a stream, and I don't remember the conclusion we came to. If the roamer is fleeing and I use Pursuit, do I get boosted damage? It seems like you would, because it's trying to flee the fight. So I don't see why it wouldn't, and I wonder if KOing it that way has any implications. I don't know, man. Like, we get this glitch pretty solved at this point. We sort of know what we're doing. Very weird about that move, though. Perfect timing to end the song. Yeah, there are more mysteries to be solved. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know it was a more low-key stream, but that's how some of these are just gonna end up. It's not that exciting of a hunt. That's how she goes. But I'll see you guys sometime soon, and again, thank you for stopping by. It was a lot of fun.